pleased to invite Furqan Aziz, the founder and CEO, as our speaker to the Pakistan 4th Industrial Revolution Summit 2021. It's a huge privilege to have you with us at this Pakistan First Mega Online Summit 2021, all across the nation, Sindh, Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Balochistan. I will introduce Sir Furqan Aziz very briefly. He is a CEO and a founder of InvoZone, that is a fast-growing outsourcing software development company based in Canada with regional offices in Malaysia and Pakistan. Sir Furqan leads a team of 200 plus professionals with a vision to contribute and grow around the globe. He himself has a diverse range of expertise and interest in software development and technology innovation. And mashallah, he's our international guest from Malaysia. So let's all welcome Sir Furqan Aziz. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Thank you so much. Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much, Mariam, for such a great introduction. Thank you again for having me here today.
Yes, sir.
So I guess I should start from my side. Let me quickly share my screen so that I can present some quick slides for the reference.
Yes, sir. Sure, please.
Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, sir. You can start.
Perfect. The topic for me today is AI and 5G offering multiple investment opportunities in Pakistan. So I was talking to one of my colleague before this session that 5G is just a kid in Pakistan right now, and AI again is something that is really beyond the brains of the investors at the moment in Pakistan specifically. But artificial intelligence, or intelligence, whatever you can say, 5G and blockchain are still considered modern technologies, even though they have been around for a while in the on the globe. So Pakistan is among the major countries outsourcing IT products and skilled labor. Like right now, we can see a lot of thousands of IT companies working in Lahore, Pakistan, Islamabad, and Karachi. So, and we are exporting a lot of skilled labor to other worlds. Like when I speak to people from Europe, from America, from Canada, a lot of Pakistanis are sitting there. But sadly, these technologies like AI, 5G, blockchain, and such modern technologies are yet to be adopted here on a broad scale in Pakistan from the investment perspective as well as from the business perspective. So the rise of the artificial intelligence and faster data transformation is transforming personal as well as professional life through automations and machine-enabled decision making. So like rather than having everything on some papers, Excel sheets, or on your brains, it is a lot of a lot of convenience if you put it into some machine, some data, big data, you can say disk, and then have a machine learning algorithms and artificially enabled engines behind the scene to make some decisions. So AI and 5G are set to become the engines of the tech revolution in Pakistan specifically, and of course in the world it stays same as well, but specifically in the Pakistan. However, the majority of the use cases that have been proposed for 5G and or AI are looked over as the investment opportunities in Pakistan, as I said earlier. So here are the straightforward prediction apps that improve supply chain and make them more efficient. So like like whatever you do to improve your supply chain and make yourself more efficient, regardless of whatever you use. If you use AI or if you use 5G to transform your data speedily with 5G, or make your decisions speedily with the help of an machine, a machine with AI enabled stuff. So and make your stuff more efficient with any of these two. Whether that means the increase in the outcomes straightforwardly, and a huge cut in the cost as well on the other hand. So companies that are thinking to invest in AI and 5G in Pakistan should understand that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of the use cases existing at the moment in Pakistan specifically. So in other words, the market is huge, a very you can say unexplored. Pakistan can be considered as an unexplored market in this specific region. So of course, no one is stopping businesses from creating new markets and selling products and services that people don't know they need. For example, I mean, no one knew that we need sliced bread and bottled drinking water until they arrive to the on the store shelves. Even before coming Uber and Cream to the Pakistan, we were using rickshaws and other like vendor enabled taxis or cars or something like that. When Uber and Cream came to Pakistan, and then Airlift and Swivel and other companies. So before the arrival of these companies, the transport companies, we were not thinking even about the need of such stuff. So, but once they came in the industry, in Pakistani industry, we realized that they are very much important. So, same likewise, AI and 5G is something that really is a need that we are not actually we are not really able to understand, and we are not really putting our brain to that perspective. So here are some interesting facts that I collected. About 75% of the people in Pakistan own a mobile phone or mobile device of any sort of, and but there are multiple locations without internet access around the globe in Pakistan still. The current government has this declared to award contracts worth approximately 8.81 billion rupees to provide high-speed mobile broadband services to more than 6 million people in unserved and underserved areas across the 4 provinces of the Pakistan. So, like government is still trying to push the barriers, to push the stuff and cover the unserved and underserved areas. On the surface, it is great opportunity for the companies specifically. Like we have 4 very big companies, and they are unfortunately spending a lot of their investment on 3G and 4G still. Like Zong did some experiments on 5G, but no one knows that where is the actual 5G service is, because that after that experiment news, we have now never heard any update on that. So even we look at Telenor, Mobilink, or Ufone or Zong. So all of these are spending a lot of money on their commercials, and even on TVC ads and everywhere. They are promoting their 3G and 4G services, and no one is spending that money on, or that investment on 5G. So, and because 5G is going to enable a very speedy and very fast data transmission line for everyone. For it will be like every individual can have a very high speed on the data travel, on the data transfer. The mobile applications, the response of the mobile applications we are using right now these days will be much faster than the situation when we are using them on 3G or 4G. And considering the pace of the technology adoption in Pakistan, these will be considered ancient very soon, like the 3G or 4G I'm talking about. So the speed of the technology advancement, these will be like considered very ancient very soon. So if telecom business and in if the telecom businesses and the investment the people who are actually the investors are not going to look into these new technologies, so Pakistan will start staying behind other like countries in the same area, same region of the Asia. So we will start lagging behind, and we will be outdated very soon on the 3G, 4G, and whatever we are having right now. So it is going to be a concern as well as an investment opportunity, you can say. So I still bet, like, if let's say Zong is going to do the 5G service enablement as a very first service provider of the 5G, he will be the winner. He will be the, you can say, market leader in Pakistan specifically. So the one who will bring this one first will be the market leader, in other words. So AI can really now like AI and the connection between AI and 5G. So AI can really fuel the rollout of 5G networks by addressing their complexity and supporting billions of IoT devices, as well as, for example, so with the help of AI, we can determine the need of 5G networks better. Like, for example, it is very straightforward at the moment that the cities with more population can have should have the 5G services on priority, but we don't really know that, like for example, in Lahore, if Zong decide or any telecommunication company decides to enable a service specifically for a region, for one, let's say for 1 million people, let's say, or something like that. So they have to decide a region or cellular, because these are cellular networks, they have to decide which cells they actually are looking for to enable at very start. So here the AI will come to help them from their previous data set and their current data set. They can find out the locations or places or cells, in fact. So where exactly they should be deploying their initial deployments, and then how they should proceed it with further. So AI will be really enabling them out on this area. So on the other hand, 5G is going to help AI a lot, because for example, right now, if any of our mobile applications are having some data that mobile have to communicate to a server or a central place where AI engine is actually deployed. So our machine learning engine is deployed actually. So right now, with the slow pace of data travel, we are very limited on how much data we can transfer from a mobile device to another, to a central server, to a server. So if the network is 5G between a mobile device and a central or you can say a access point, and then of course after the access point, it is very easy to reach to the server. So if it is a 5G network, the data travel will be easier and faster, and we can push more data and get more results from the machine learning or AI stuff on the other hand. So AI and 5G can help each other, and actually they help each other, and we can enable them in a way to get the maximum out of these two. So in addition, the combination of 5G and AI can bring about the host of a new or improved apps or enhanced services. So let's say right now we have thousands of applications on app stores or play stores. If we get 5G and AI also, there are high chances that new applications and new concepts will turn into application, and those applications will come to Play Store, and then people will start downloading and installing them and using them. So a lot new ideas are going to become the reality if the 5G and AI are coming into play. So entertainment can become richer and more social. Like right now, if I am going to play a video game, and I am on a 3G network, it is very cumbersome for me to play that video game. Like of course, that is an entertainment sector. And if I have to watch some movie or something like that, and my bandwidth is not sufficient enough and not supporting me to watch that, it is going to be cumbersome again for me. So if I have 5G and something based on artificial intelligence that makes things smoother and easier for me, entertainment can become richer and more social. Thanks to high-speed connectivity capable of delivering holograms, augmented reality, and other virtual applications. So these are all, like, are really not possible to come into in action without having a fast, speedy network and AI in the frame. So this surely offers golden investment opportunities for businesses looking to capture the market of over 200 million people. Of course, I'm talking about Pakistan. So here are some other statistics that I have captured, because Pakistan is considered as an agricultural country. So I thought to bring the agricultural sector to the picture as well. The agricultural sector directly supports the country's population and accounts for 26% of gross domestic product, like GDP. So, and employs about 43% of our population, because our more than 45% population is from urban areas. So 43% of the population is employed by or employed with, like the agricultural sector of Pakistan. Unfortunately, we are far behind in adopting technologies in that can boost our agricultural productivity. It is a dream for Pakistan if we can say that like the technology is involved in the real manner, in the true manner, in the agricultural sector of Pakistan. So even like we are talking about 3G and 4G that are going to be outdated very soon. Even we don't see any real implementations of that level of you can say technology, technical, like exposure to the agricultural sector at all. So countries like USA and Canada or China have increased their global agricultural productivity by using advanced methods and technology. And we all know that how much impact or how much productivity can be increased or improved. Even the India is much better, doing much better with the help of technology in the agricultural sector. The same land, same you can say pesticides and each and everything is same, but with the help of technology the outcome is 2x or 3x, or even like somewhere we have observed the 10x outcome as well. Managing agriculture and farming in Pakistan with AI can improve agricultural sustainability, both in terms of environmental impact and return on the investment at the farm's gate as well. So here are some ways in which AI can strengthen the agricultural sector of the country. AI can improve on-farm management of the pests and diseases. Machine learning and translation technology can be applied to provide pest and disease management advices in the local languages. For example, we are using Punjabi or Sindhi or whatever we are using because farmers are not that much educated. So they, of course, have to be taught in their local or languages. So the majority of rural areas of Pakistan experience slow or unstable internet connections. So, and since AI apps and services require fast internet speed, 5G can solve this problem very easily. So, and another idea, the second idea in my mind is applications using AI can allow farmers to access more advanced or smart machinery, so which helps optimize the use of capital inputs. For example, an app called Hello Tractor operates in Nigeria, Kenya, and other countries like Bangladesh and even Pakistan, offering tractor services between farmers so that owners of compact tractor can maximize their investment. If implemented on large scale, such apps can help farmers simultaneously access the equipment and knowledge needed to improve. So, like it is limited to tractors right now. It can be expanded to other machineries as well. And agricultural sector needs a lot of machineries, and every farmer is not capable enough to buy that on his own exposure, or even it is sometimes very difficult for the whole village to buy cumulatively together by pulling up the money. So another idea, the third idea in my mind is adopting these technologies will increase market access by reducing trade frictions. Right now, these farmers have to bring their crop to some sort of trade station or mandi. Like in Pakistan, we used to have mandi, and we actually have this adat system and all that, the broker system. So that is actually killing a lot of money, a lot there, and in terms of commission and all that. So from the farmer's head. So this will help the rural smallholders integrate into regional and global supply chain as well. So even like with the help of Alibaba.com, I know many people try to like from Pakistan try to export their business, like export their agricultural stuff out, agricultural outcome, but that is very limited. The only people have access, or the only people know that stuff can do the export and can connect to the global world or global supply chain. But the thing here is, if it is in excess of almost every village, almost every farmer, the things are gonna expand in the exponential manner. In Pakistan, agricultural supply chains are often inefficient and incomplete. The majority of smallholders are excluded from regional markets due to complex regulatory arrangements. The market's power of commission agents, the lack of knowledge about available markets, prices, and standards. So AI can help these markets failure by improving traceability, offering proof of their origin and quality to produce the supply to connect to the supply chain actually, and access to the market. So yeah, that is how we can, of course, connect our agricultural stuff, improve our agricultural stuff, the outcome, and then connect the agricultural market or agricultural sector to the global market or global supply chain, so that they can have the better buying and selling systems. So the next area, the next topic I picked, where we can put AI and 5G together to help improving our current educational system. The education system in Pakistan needs a major upgrade. We have heard a lot from a lot of people that we are not very happy with our educational system right now, and they really need a complete overhaul. In other words, I have to say this with the heavy heart. When the world is using augmented reality and virtual reality to improve teaching methods, Pakistan is arguing with whether to go to for online classes or not. Like during this lockdown, I have heard from a lot of parents that the future of our kids is like in risk, because of these online classes they are not learning anything at all, or they are not very serious about their educational life. So this is very like interesting situation for Pakistan. Other countries are using AR and VR and the other technology to boost up their like new generation. So one of the main reason is lack of internet access and awareness about technology in Pakistan. According to the survey, only 15% youth has access to the internet. This is the real survey. Like according to the 15% youth has the access. Like it is very strange. So I would call the alarming situation of Pakistan, because if we are sending graduates in market with the knowledge that is a decade old, like we are still studying the same books that are like there a decade ago or 10 years ago, might be 20 years ago. So and then technology has improved itself, advanced itself a lot every year. So those folks, those people, those kids are not aware of the advancement happened during that those 10 years. So we are making it impossible for them to get employment. Not I can say like difficult if not impossible. According to survey, only 15% of youth, like this is very strange for me when I got to know first time that only 15% kids are having access to the internet. I would call this an alarming situation. And again, all in all, we need to adopt advanced tech in education sector the most. As I said, AI and VR and AR, and of course, the speedy internet connection will connect the kids, connect the students to the bigger libraries in the world, bigger education systems in the world. We can see that MIT courses are available free of cost on the internet. We can see other top universities from the world having their courses, having their video courses available free of cost on the internet, and we can connect our children, we can connect our kids to that education system without any extra cost if we have a speedy internet connection. Without a doubt, 2020 was the year of the video tutorials, of course, because of COVID. YouTube alone generated more than 1 billion visits per day in learning and education. 5G will improve internet connectivity, which will help to download and watch videos, video courses, and lectures, of course, and other material. So this will also help teachers eliminate downtime and focus on value-added teaching materials. Problem with the internet connectivity will no longer be an excuse with learning at all in Pakistan, specifically if we have 5G. Right now, a lot of people are relying on PTCL, and they are abusing, they are actually always saying the PTCL is the worst internet connection in Pakistan. I'm not commenting on any network connection or any company providing any kind of service in Pakistan, but this is what the general opinion is. So if we have the only option PTCL, and that is not sufficient enough to empower the this kind of video learning experience for our kids, we have to rethink about our approaches, and we have to rethink about. So even in the educational systems, people have invested a lot of money. We know a lot of big names, a lot of big schools, and they have invested millions and billions of rupees. So, but if we invest in the technology side little bit more, we can connect those institutes to the right place. All right. So on one thing the COVID-19 has shown in the global digital is that the digital is the way to go. The same should be applied to the education in the Pakistan. Technologies like AI and 5G can boost digitalization. So, like for example, let's say I have some ideas, like two very quick ideas that I want to share. Smart classrooms are becoming interestingly popular around the globe. So, like we used to hear about work from home thing. And another thing in parallel of that, we now hearing about smart classrooms as well, or online classrooms, other words, but some smart classrooms are much better word for that. So smart classrooms are becoming increasingly popular around the globe using augmented reality and virtual reality with personalized education. Teachers and students can easily adopt distant education without any trouble, without any problem. 5G is going to go even further, providing the necessary bandwidth capacity to deploy high tech content anywhere, anytime, and accessible anywhere, anytime. This interactive and virtual scenario will forever change the way of learning. Like this is now going to be the future, in my opinion. For students, this means active and impressive learning processes, improving both their experiences and rates of learning retention as well. So another idea that I am thinking that why 5G is important will promote the greater use of IoT technology. So Internet of Things is also another hot word in the modern era that a lot of getting a lot of traction, which could generate in the further gradual inclusion of robotics in the classroom and teaching material as well. So some robotics involvement is always a plus everywhere. So Finland, for example, is experimenting with the idea through Elias, a robot who provides support in math classes and language learning. Elias allows young students to engage in natural conversations while adding a dimension of fun through dance and games and all that. So you can go and find Elias, and then you can get some like videos, and you can see how it is, like how much fun it is, and how much attractive learning it is giving in return. In this way, 5G could serve as a bridge between augmented reality and real life classrooms. And this should not be like confined to children, of course. Tech-based teaching is for everyone. Like we should not to be limited to the children of like schooling or college or university level. It can apply to everyone regardless of age, regardless of, you can say, any even medical, even you can say driving classes, or pilot simulations are already in that area. So it can apply everywhere. So here are some other statistics that are somehow sad for me. Sadly, only 13% of adults own financial accounts in Pakistan. Although these stats are from 2017 that I am showing right now on my screen, but the situation has not changed much since then. So you know how speedily Pakistanis adopt any new thing. So on the other hand, if we look at the India, 80% of the population now have access to some kind of financial and investment services. When you don't have a like someone one can ask why we need a financial account, or some bank account, because it is directly related to the services, financial services, and financial awareness you have. Because you don't have an account, you really don't know how the financial services do work, how the banking systems do work. So 80% of the population in India do have some kind of financial and investment services. They have shown significant improvement in the past 17 years. The number was around 53%. So this improvement is in 7 years by India. So the numbers were 53% in 2014, and now it is 80%. So let's move to the next topic. So the typical process of I will stay in the fintech area again. Like after education, we move to the fintech area, or financial area. So in the financial area, the typical process to open a bank account in Pakistan took like this. The person goes to the bank with original and hard copies of their identity document, might be CNIC or something like that. The bank representative manually verifies their identity in person by checking the docs, ID cards. This process is time consuming and costly. AI fixes this problem by using tiered KYC, know your customer verification process, and a lot of companies are using that even online and offline. For example, using AI algos to match the face of the person with the picture of their ID card, all done through their smartphone app. Similarly, analyzing credit history and bringing people on board by identifying them quicker is a real driver for the financial institution. High cost of bank, and another thing that I would just wanted to highlight, reducing banking cost. High cost of banking is also a major hurdle in financial inclusion. AI can drastically reduce operating costs of financial institutions since software do the majority of the work, reducing the need of human labor. For instance, AI-based customer service chatbot can handle 2 to 3 million queries per day, and one person, a human, can hardly handle 30 queries, 20, 30 queries per day. Compared to the traditional credit scoring system, AI can provide a more accurate assessment of someone applying for a loan or a credit card.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You have explained it very well about AI and 5G, and I really hope that जो हमारी audience हमें सुन रही है, they have gained a lot of information what you have explained. Thank you so